Just a little bit of information about Amazon. So we are setting up an Amazon storefront account. There are two different Amazon accounts that you can have. One's a storefront, one's an FBA account. I primarily intend to sell these products through Amazon storefront. How storefront works is you list your product, somebody buys it, the order comes to me. In my case, I print the shirt. If I had a product, I would just take the product. I pick it, I pack it, I ship it. I put it in an envelope, I print the mailing label, I send it to the customer. The fees on that conform to the standard Amazon fees for selling a product. You're going to pay a fee for your account. That's the $40 to sell on Amazon. But you also pay a fee when you sell a product. And so with a t-shirt, it's probably in the ballpark of 15 to 20% of my sales. So it might, on a $15 t-shirt, it might be about $3 that I'm being charged for selling the product. Amazon FBA is a complete different beast. With Amazon FBA, what you're doing is you're sending volume of product to Amazon. When an order's placed, and what drives the customers to buy these products is Amazon Prime, where they're getting free 2-day freight after they buy their product. So with Amazon FBA, if I was a seller, and I do sell Amazon FBA with another business, I would take, let's say, a case of an item, 12 items or 24 items or however many are in a case, and I would order that from the manufacturer. The manufacturer would send it to me. I turn around and I send that to Amazon. So in general, I've got costs with it coming from the manufacturer to me. I have costs going from me to Amazon. And then what I do on Amazon is I compete for the buy box. I might have a repricer tool that's connected to my Amazon account that pushes my price up and down depending upon the number of sellers that are selling and what price they're selling it for. It's really, really, really important. I can't stress more than anything, if you decide to sell FBA, what you need to do is, number one, you need to make sure you're not losing money. I see people all the time that are selling things and I have no idea how on this earth they are able to sell that item for what they're selling it for and make money. The intent of doing FBA and what hurts you, what hurts the manufacturer, what hurts other people who are selling that product is people who push that product price to the point that nobody makes any money, and it makes it not worth selling, and to a degree the manufacturers feel that it damages the brand. So you need to be really careful with that. Watch your pricing, make sure you're accounting for the cost that it cost you to get it from the manufacturer to you, the cost that it cost you to get it from you to Amazon, all the Amazon fees together, so you can send it to Amazon through Amazon Freight. So your cost of shipping it from you to Amazon's bundled in the cost of that product. But together with the fees that Amazon charges, they take nearly 40%. So if I'm selling a $10 item, Amazon's taking nearly $4 of that or more of that item that you sell. If you want a good idea to predict what those fees are going to be, go and Google FBA calculator. And you can estimate those. If you do decide to do it and you want to compete for the buy box, a great thing to do is look for a repricing tool. The repricing tool that I use is called Channel Max, and I want to say it's channelmax.net is the website, and it works really well. If you go and you change all the prices manually, you're kind of left to have to look at it all the time and change it all the time, and that's difficult to do. To look at every product depending on the number of products you're selling. So with these, at some point I would like to show people what it's like to sell FBA. So we get the Amazon account, we'll try to find an item that's selling really well on Amazon, and maybe we'll switch it to FBA and send them a bunch of products so we can see what that's like as part of this test. But in general, it's not something that I want to get into with shirts. You have to send so many sizes and styles and colors and all those things that, and with the shirts it would be I don't know, it just feels like it would be overwhelming. I'd have to send so much product, and there'd be so much prep, and because their shirts, they'd all have to be individually tagged, they'd all have to be individually bagged. I mean, tagged with a unique ASIN number. You know, it would just, I don't know, it just seems like it'd be more work than it's worth, unless it's selling really well. If it is really a hot item and it is really selling well, it may be the easier way to sell it. People will buy more if it's flying off the shelf. So, and also FBA, when you sell something FBA, on pricing, just because I'm selling it for $14.99 plus $3.99 freight, if I turn around and sell it FBA on Amazon, I would actually list it, because I'm selling it for the price with free freight. I would list it for my price plus my freight as my retail price. So if it's $14.99 plus $3.99, what's that, $18.98 or something like that. So I would list it at $18.98 as retail FBA, because that would be the typical price of a shirt plus the freight to get the free freight on it. I wouldn't list it at $14.99 with free freight, because your margins would be horrible at that point. So, and in general, the whole FBA pricing is the best example of supply and demand. You know, those prices go up and down based on people's interest in buying that product, and you know, the free freight's a factor. Getting it free freight on Amazon in 2 days, you know, and oftentimes they'll pay extra money for it. I know there's a product that I sell on Amazon that I sell in one of my stores for $1.50. Sells on Amazon for $10 every time. It's awesome. It's really good. You know, so every time I sell one on Amazon, it's like I sold 4 in the store. So, but you know, and it can get even better than that. You know, there are things that we've sold that, you know, we usually sell for $2 or $3 and sell for $30 or $40. You know, it just depends on what somebody's willing to pay for it. So that's kind of the Amazon FBA and Amazon storefront. We intend to do Amazon storefront, and you know, maybe at some point, based on how something's doing, we may convert that item to FBA. Amazon will only let you do one or the other. You're going to sell it FBA or you're going to sell it storefront. You can't sell it both unless you have a whole separate seller account, you know, that you can sell it through. So, which I guess I could do that too and sell it both ways, one through storefront and one through FBA. So, you know, but then you're paying $40 for each seller account. So anyways, but that's where we're at, and hopefully that gives you a little lesson on FBA and storefront and what we intend to do with it.